It's rolling. T from Aggressive Arcade here. Kind of getting close to the camera. Feels weird. Let me back up a bit. Today, trick tip. Let's pick a trick. I think we're gonna keep it really basic, and we're just gonna do front sides. Strictly because I'm doing the very, very basics of grinds. So today, I've done two other ones. I've done Machio. Yeah, I've done Machio and I've done soul grind. Those are your keys for your soul tricks. The Machio helps with your soul plate balance and tricks on your soul plates, while the soul grind helps get the feeling of the other foot being there other than a grab, other foot on the rail, so you can get used to that and where you can manipulate your balance while doing such grinds. Today I'm going to be doing a front side because it has nothing to do with the soul plates. It's all strictly on your G blocks. And if you don't know, your G blocks are... Yeah! Didn't think about this before I did it. God damn it. Whatever, you see what I'm coming for here. Your G blocks are... Blooper reel. Kidding. G block is that space between your skates. If I can just stop hopping for... Fuck it. G block is this little center spot right here between your blades. Whether you have... Shit. Mind fire. Whether you have a... Hold that thought. Dude. Okay, here we go. Okay, this is the G block. These are my girlfriend's carbon ones. But here's the best way to explain it. Your G block is the space right here between your middle wheels. Your middle wheels, as you can see on these, they are smaller than these wheels on the outside. These are standard wheels. They come in different sizes, but they're usually made of urethane, a rubbery material, as most wheels are. These are plastic. They're the same material as the frames. The reason for that is because if they were rubber, they wouldn't slide. Now the G block has a space so you can slide on rails. So, take it away in here. This is the rail. Come back here. My arm's the rail. It's so you can slide between. There's a space on aggressive skates for that exact purpose. That's why we're doing these trick tips. But these plastic wheels, they don't usually spin. Like this one won't really spin. Won't rotate. This one will barely, but these will. So the G block, we're going to be working on just this. Now there's a variance between front side grinds and royale grinds, and that is the position of your feet while doing a front side grind. Front side is where your feet are just standing straight on the ledge and or rail, with no use of your sole plates. Let's see which is the outside. The outside is this side. So if I were going this way, the variance of the front side grind, you'd land on top. Royale grind, you'd tilt your foot in the front side, so your foot is balancing on this groove right here, as well as your G block. They line up perfectly for that reason. So your foot slides alongside the both of these. That's Royale. Now the Farvig, I can never say it probably on my first try. The Farv is like the Royale, but with your feet bent the other way. Now Royale is with both of your feet this way, sliding this way. A Farv is with both of your feet facing the opposite direction while still going the same way. It's a harder grind, but it's doable. Seems like the guy who owned these prior, when I bought him off him, he did a couple Farvs more than Royales because this block is brand new. A little bit of soul plate usage, but most Farv. But nobody cares. Anyways, yeah. So we're going to be working on the front side grind today. I don't want to go into royales, but I want to keep it front side. So front side, you want to keep your foot. I guess I can just do this way. So I'm doing it using a down rail. This one is a little bit harder to practice because you're on. If you do it on a ledge, like a rough ledge, you can keep your balance a little bit better and you can stall. But I got a wax rail here, and I know what I'm doing, so hopefully we don't get hurt. What you want to do is you want to practice getting onto it. So if your ledge and or rail is this low, this is how you're going to do it. You're going to start by just having a foot on, finding the center part where it won't slide. Like if I lean my foot too far this way, far side, I'm going to slide this way, or I'm going to do the splits. I'm going to leave my foot this way in the Royale. I'm going to slip out, unless I do like a But you see where I'm coming here. Every time I get on this, I'm going to slide down, just to let you all know. You don't want to be doing that. You want to have something flat and horizontal so you don't slide. See, a little bit slide. So, you want to do exactly what I just did. Have a foot on, find the center point in your G-block. If you need to lean your feet a little bit, try not to lean too hard to the outside or the inside, otherwise you will slide a lot faster and not the way you want to. Get your foot on, and then bring another foot on. Practice balance. Like what I do is I kind of turn my foot so that my anti-rockers or my H-blocks. Wait, was I saying G-blocks? Holy shit. Okay, just so I don't get hate in the comments. Sorry, I'm a little bit wheezy today. The centerpiece is the H-block. I feel like an idiot now. That is an H-block, H-block, H-block. Get that right. If you have freestyle frames, these are anti-rockers, so they have these plastic wheels, anti-rocker frames. If they're flat frames, they would have all 4 wheels, outside wheels, would be all the way across. Still doable, but you have to do more Royale Favre. But these are anti-rocker with plastic wheels. If it was a freestyle, there would be no middle wheels and there would just be a block. I have Create Originals with 2 G-blocks, so it's a big freestyle frame. That's not a good beginner choice because you're sloppy and it's a little bit more difficult to lock in grinds because you're not used to it. So anti-rocker or flat rocker is a lot better, but for now, this is the H-block. G-blocks are parts that go in freestyle frames or frames that can have a freestyle ability. My Create Originals can have anti-rockers, flat, anti-rocker, and freestyle frames, depending on what setup I have. So I can put 2 anti-rockers in there. I can put 2 G-blocks, which are little blocks that fit in there instead, to make your H-block size bigger. Or I can have flat, which is all 4 wheels. So, sorry for mixing that up. I'm just going to continue with my trick here. So you want to get onto your G-blocks. You want to practice standing on it. Try and get your balance, center the rail. Try not to slide too much. If you have a wall or something right next to you, even a friend would be nice to practice getting on the rail. Don't try and slide, that's not a good thing. So you want to get on the rail. Doesn't matter what foot you get on first with, because in the end you're going to be doing it with both feet anyways, because it looks better and it's proper. So once you get used to getting on there and balancing, I'm going to try to make this fast. So get on there and balancing. Then you want to start getting a little bit of speed to the rail, or ledge, whatever you're using. So you want to roll up to it. Well, you want to start obviously when you're practicing. Jumping on, stepping on, then jumping on. And jumping off. That way you get the proper feel of the rail. Then after you get the little bit of that, you put a little bit of speed and jump on. So, get a little bit of speed, same direction as you were jumping on originally, just so you can get used to it. And then you can move on to sliding, which is what we're going to do because I'm running out of time. Jump on. If you slide a little bit and you're getting used to it, that's a really good step. It helps. What you can do from here is you can start a little bit of an angle, just a tiny one, not a little bit of speed, and just kind of jump the way the rail is. So jump this way, and that way you can get a little bit of speed. So like that. Now once you start doing that, then speed just becomes a little bit of practice. Then you got the feet down, and ta-da. So I'm going to start getting some speed here, and I'll show you what it looks like. So this is moderate amount of speed. One more time. Alright, I picked up on something. And I might have to do a video for this, but if you realize when you're doing your grinds and you're turning fakie, is because when you land on the rail, let's do a soul grind for example, you land on the rail because you have to kind of twist your body to kind of get your foot on there. If you realize that you're getting on the rail and you're doing a grind, when you get to the end of your rail, you're jumping off, you're landing fakie, you want to get out of that habit. That's a bad habit. You want to have control over your grinds. What you do is, no matter what grind you're doing, if you realize you're coming out fakie, worry about your lower half of your body getting on the rail, and keep your shoulders slightly twisted. Like if I'm jumping on this way and I'm going that way, twist my body a little bit this way so that when I get off the rail, I can just, my body will just follow my shoulders. So I'll jump on, I'll look this way, look where you're gonna go, twist my shoulders, I jump, my body just naturally turns that way, and I'm just gonna ride that way. Instead of jumping like this, and when I start getting off the rail, I jump backwards, and the first thing I think of is rotating the other way. It's just a bad habit, so I'm gonna do a couple more here, a little bit more speed. And I'm worrying about the way I turn. Like, you can start the grind, if you're doing a longer rail, you can start by looking forward, maybe a little bit backwards, depending on what you're going into. But towards the end, you want to look to where you're jumping off. You'll always want to be looking ahead of you to where you're going, because that way you know where the end of the rail is, you know what's coming up. You just happen to know what's there, so you can adapt to it. So you don't want to be looking straight at your feet. You're just going to eat it every time. So yeah, I'm going to try and end this quickly here. So I'm just going to do a quick one. Slipping up on the back unities. But yeah, that's my trick tip for today. I know it was a little bit longer of an explanation more than the grind, but the grind is pretty simple and straightforward. So yeah, if you guys have any questions, any ideas for trick tips, please message me and I'll hopefully get to you and I'll help you out. Message me, comments, whatever, criticism, leave them down there too. But yeah, this is T from Aggressive Arcade, and hopefully I helped you out today. Thanks for watching.